Problems on the beat. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it luck, I'm just getting what I reap. Should've died, angels kept me on my feet. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. I never go another winter without heat. Gotta face it, just can't turn the other cheek. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. They know me very well, I ain't live no fairy tale. All the work that I put in, they know I ain't gonna tell. I keep it 100, cause all I know is real. I come from a line of hustlers, they only know the deal. They taught me how to move them quick and to play it slick. And to make sure that I watch out who I'm fucking with. Cause motherfuckers got the game fucked up. They telling on motherfuckers to get a time cut. They snakes, they biggest fear is a lawnmower. I dare a motherfucker say my name, watch how I John Doe them. I blindfold them, duct tape to hold them. They bodies eroding, exposing in acid soaking. I'm popping pills and smoking, overdosing on hydrocodone. My story keeps unfolding, a prophecy growing. I'm on a mission, but I bury these snitches who scared of a conviction. Leaving the scene, but I'm leaving no witnesses. I just look at it like I'm saving somebody a sentence. My name won't be mentioned, so motherfucker, let's get it. As I time to mission, cause my decision will leave your fucking sign stripping. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it luck, I'm just getting what I reap. Should've died, angels kept me on my feet. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. I never go another winter without heat. Gotta face it, just can't turn the other cheek. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep.
Circle well rounded, but still some are square root. Aided by the streets, only objective is the chase loot. Off my own too, that's how I pivot. Street life full time, no intermittent. I ain't scared of a sentence, accusation like clue. That sycamore blue is terror, hoping who's your roots. If not the troops, I lead my army through the field. Right. Ain't gonna send the pawns march through the blood spill. I'm so like a pill, I alter your mind state. What y'all lack is heart, fall apart to the high stakes.
Hey. You had it on loop.
Whoa! It was almost redone Monday already, messing things up.
Fucking shit up. Here we go, another Monday.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Monday Love.
Welcome.
July 17th. Geez, the summer is flying.
It is so hot. It is not flying. It is not flying.
I'm fat. I'm not supposed to sweat this much. I mean, I guess I do if I do things, but it's ridiculous.
Just walking and breathing.
Just, why is your shirt wet? I took 5 steps. Stupid. The humidity is ridiculous. At least it's not like Florida, because like my brother's down here, he's like 115 degrees.
Yeah.
Like screw all that. No,
yeah. I'm good on
you
that.
got hurricanes and 115 degrees.
No, I'm past.
So how was your week?
Pretty fucking good. How about yours?
Not too bad. Just busy as hell. Getting into the last few weeks before I end up going back to school. Got a great school year getting ready to come up here.
Did you ever think that was going to end? Like
it never ends.
No. Like I'm going back to school.
I'm not going to school. I work at a school.
I know, but did you ever think that you were going to stop saying that?
Oh yeah. I'm taking little classes online still. It never stops. Education separates you sometimes. I mean, it really does. I mean, it doesn't hurt nobody to become smarter on whatever they do.
Absolutely.
And, so I do like to grind in the school systems quite a bit. Don't mind the student loans, Mr. President.
Anyway, oh my goodness. So, yeah, I heard somebody had a
Hysterectomy. Oh my God, I'm always scared of that. I go outside and
so
all of a sudden I have a hysterectomy.
after.
What?
Oh,
You don't ever have a random hysterectomy?
I
You
had
just
a
go
random
outside
hysterectomy.
and it gets zapped and it.
Go on.
Maybe I'm confused what a hysterectomy is. I'm joking. I'm completely
Not right.
joking. Anyway.
Oh my God. Did we forewarn him about this show?
Oh my gosh.
There's
no forewarning about the nonsense that happens on the
Did we
Monday
say,
Love Show.
thank you for the shenanigans early on, or did he already
It's
dip
coming. Like another Fast and the Furious movie. It's happening. It's going to happen. At least the next 20.
out?
Van Diesel's going to be 88,
Still
flipping
kidding.
cars and killing like drug lords. Anyway, we've got a great show with
Yes, we do.
us tonight.
Yes. Yep.
Tell a little bit about our friend.
I have been watching him from afar for a long time. Although he thought I was an asshole because I didn't really talk. I would just
It's okay.
creep
It's okay.
and knowingly creep. I'm your troll that I don't give a fuck if you know that I'm coming or not. I don't give a fuck if you know that I'm there. So I bet he thought I was a whole asshole. So hopefully not. Hopefully I have a good show. I don't know. Yeah. So
All right,
without further ado,
let's bring on Kottyn. What is going on, dude?
hey,
What up?
how are
Hi.
ya?
Good. How y'all doing?
Not too bad. Another Monday, Gotta love it.
Definitely a Monday.
Yes.
It's a Monday every day for me. God damn it! You guys get breaks. You guys get 6 days.
I do not hate you.
This should be good.
Do not
Hey,
hate you.
Hey, before we get into that comment, do you have any shout out plugins? Anybody you want to holler at?
Hey, yeah, right now, big shout out to my boy God Drop Jones. That's my producer, engineer, graphic design guy, man. He does everything for me. Big shouts to him.
Yeah.
Prayers up to him right now. He's in the hospital right now though. Let's get him better so we can get back to work. And shout out to my team, NFG, Doris Ann, Bull Davis. New shit on the way for sure.
That's
Hell
what's up.
yeah, man.
That's what's up. How do we get in contact with you if we need to get in contact with you?
So honestly, I do have a Linktree account, but I'm everywhere. The easiest way to find any of my pages is you can literally just Google Kottyn 513. That's Kottyn, and then the number is 513. Google that. You'll find my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything. My Spotify, YouTube page, everything. Just that easy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Just Google Kottyn.
It's pretty nice when you're Googleable and it pops up as a music
Hey,
artist.
way to pick a good name and stuff to market. That if it's going, that easy to find you, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's simple. I'm the only one.
That's awesome.
So, tell me, what was it like being little Kottyn growing up? Give me a little Kottyn growing up real quick rundown.
So, like a lot of people, they see me now and I act the same way I always have. Little Kottyn growing up, grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the middle of the fucking hood. Just living a life, I guess. I don't want a sob story. I don't want dad was in and out of the house a lot, gone a lot. So, I was pretty much raised by my mom and my grandma.
Right.
But they definitely, did what they could to make sure me and my brother were good growing up. Always, I was always adventurous, getting into trouble a lot. Not too much, but just enough.
Shout out to the women. Just saying.
Yes. Hey, when you're raised by women, you learn how to respect them.
Yeah, you would think.
She said you would think.
Some people it don't work that way. They seem to hate on. A lot of different scenarios on that one.
Yes.
But yes, I get what you're saying, man.
Yeah. So you and your brother, does your brother do music?
Actually, he used to. That he's actually part of the reason I started doing music. So he's my older brother, and like him and his buddies used to go to the studio and record songs and stuff. And being the little brother, I always wanted to tag along. But I was always into my own mess at the same time. And I wrote a song one day. Well, I wrote a verse to a song one day. It was terrible. Don't judge me.
Hey, everyone has to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
I was 14, and I was hanging out with my friends and smoking and skating around and on bikes and just getting into trouble. So I wrote a verse to a song, and I showed my brother and his friends, and of course my brother hated it because I was the little brother, but his friends thought I had some talent, so they started taking me to the studio with them, and that's how I got started.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy how family can get you in some stuff. It can be good and bad sometimes.
Yes.
Been there a few times, like, what are we doing? Oh shit, you should have told me. Oh fuck. Let me put my shoes on. It's about to get interesting.
So, okay. Just shout out to the NFG. We'll get into that. We will get into that. When did you start taking it seriously? Like legit seriously?
So like legit serious. So probably so I started rapping in like 2001. So I've really been doing this a long time. Got really, really serious about it maybe about 10 years ago. When I first started, I never thought it would be anything. Like I said, when I first started, I was doing it to impress people. But the more and more I did it and like rapped around people, I used to freestyle and battle when I first started. So it got more and more attention and it picked up. But I had a lot of life stuff going on. So I really didn't take it serious because I still to this day am all about putting my personal life ahead of my music. I feel like if you can't have your home life together, you're not going to have your music life together.
Absolutely.
They're gonna clash, and they still clash. You just gotta pick your battles like you do with everything else.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
Well, sometimes you gotta make that sacrifice. Sometimes you gotta
hard.
balance. Like, is this trip worth this, or is this trip worth that? If I go on this is really big for the band or my group, but I might miss this. I know when I was touring, it was a few things like, well, this ain't the biggest tournament that he's playing in. The championship's here, and I would choose like different shows or try to schedule things around stuff like that. But it's really hard to balance personal and especially music industry now.
Yes, and being independent is rough because like you're paying out of pocket for everything.
Yeah.
So you have to. Most of us work full-time jobs still, and we got to we still got bills to pay, and a lot of us got kids to feed and child support and things like that. So we've got to pick and choose what we pay out of pocket to use for our music because we have to keep that other stuff intact as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of the artists, they don't realize how much business there is behind the scenes. Because there's a lot. You can have the greatest talent, but if you have either not a strong team that can help you with that business sense, or you do understand the business side of things, it becomes really hard to try to pick up all of those plates. So it's nice to have a good team that, a manager or someone acting as a manager. You don't have to be you know, being independent, you can still have people in place that work and help out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So, you know, somebody to help guide the direction and understands that business side is huge.
The fuck out of here. It took us 5 years to find a good.
It's a while. I mean, I actually took like a 5-year hiatus from making music, and like I was still doing shows and stuff because you know
Yeah.
how it is in the music business. You have to stay relevant. If you fall back, people forget about you quick.
Absolutely.
But I took like 5 years off and just took the time to study and learn the business side of things because you know I see a lot of artists still, and I'm all about helping other artists that are newer. I'm not like some top tier artist, but I always want to help newer artists because I've been part of it where you get screwed over by promoters, you get screwed over by other artists, things like that. And you know, I took 5 years off. I was like, I'm not getting screwed by these promoters and stuff anymore. I'm gonna really understand what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And when I came back off of that, you know, I pick, like you were saying, I pick and choose my shows. I'm like, this sounds too good to be true. You know, you got to get a contract for everything. If you don't, you're stupid.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm saying that you're stupid. Even my closest friends, artists on my team, if we do a song together, there's a contract in place.
Yeah.
Just because. Just because. There's always, it doesn't even have to be a formal contract. Get it in writing of some sort, agree to it. You know, even a text message, if you both agree that that's your contract and you got it, screenshots, all that, keep those.
Yeah.
Because as long as it's in writing, it's binding, as long as you're agreeing to things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Unless you're in the state of Indiana where a verbal contract is binding.
You just got to be able to.
I don't trust it. Yeah, you got.
You got to have. It's a one-on-one binding, but you got to have one person witness it from the outside.
You need a witness
That's not true. It's a recording, date and time stamped.
Oh well, recording that's different.
That's different.
That's
date and time stamped.
Yeah, recordings. Yeah, but if it's just a verb, like I said it, nobody else heard it, kind of thing.
Right.
That's what I was saying. If you had a person that could,
then it turns civil.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, if you have a witness that states, yes this was agreed to
on this day.
You know, a third person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, people are shady and
fucking dirty, grimy.
Yeah.
See, that's not me. I've had it done to me so many times. I've seen it done so many times. So for a while, I actually, when I was part of a different label, before the whole NFG thing started, I basically helped manage the 5-6 artists that were on the label. You know, I was helping getting them on shows. I didn't charge them. You know, we all grew up together. We came up together. But I was the person that understood the business the most. So, like, I was put in that position to, hey, is this legit? Is this legit? Is this legit? Yeah, like that's legit, you know, or it's not. So, you know, I was booking shows for the other artists and, you know, just trying to get our name out there, but make sure we weren't getting screwed over in the process.
It's hard. It's hard. A lot of people will eat a shitload of free shows because they think that's the way it should be. You know,
well, see, I understand that too, because I've done them every now and then. I still do them because exposure is your number one asset.
Sometimes that show will get you 4 or 5 other shows. Because usually I know, like, we would do a show and right afterwards we're sitting around talking with the other bands and stuff. And the next thing you know, hey, we got a slot to fill in so-and-so city. You down? Oh, hell yeah, let me see if we can do it. I mean, and we'll schedule half of our summer in one night in the wintertime. I mean, it just, you never know. Yeah.
And you never know who you're going to meet that is somebody or knows somebody that is somebody. But those free shows, I mean, they get you exposure to a new fan base. I tell all the newer artists to definitely go to those showcases and those open mics and get your feet wet on stage. Definitely.
Yeah,
just getting the experience on stage, because it's when you're laid in front of a crowd, it is a whole different world.
See,
it's good to get
I love
I absolutely, it's a high, dude. I love that shit too. But
it
when
is.
you're
Good
first
charge
starting
for
out,
y'all.
it can be terrifying. You know, it's
Oh,
good to get
for
out there and get
sure.
some practice shows, kind of get
For
your feet
sure.
wet.
Like I remember when I first started doing shows, man, I was like, I wear glasses and all, but like, dude, I would wear sunglasses. I wouldn't even try to look at the crowd. I was so like, oh my God, if they don't like me, I'm gonna hate my life. And now I'm just like, I don't care if y'all like me or not. I'm still gonna do what I do up here.
Yeah, you got to.
It's a business. Not everybody's
That's,
gonna
I
like
mean,
it. That's okay. I don't care. If you
is
like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't.
and it's that, and, you know, it goes back to that business side of thing, knowing your target audience. If you're trying to do something that goes towards a certain crowd, you know what, other crowds might not like it. You know what, but like I say, they could change the channel, they could look to the other stage,
Or they can hit
they could
share
go
and shut the fuck up.
Exactly. And
right.
you know, like you said, finding your target audience, it's
Yeah,
hard. It's hard when you're getting into it.
yeah,
But you have to figure it out because like I've done a lot of shows with people I'm really close to, but their target audience is way different than mine.
yeah,
So like I could come do a show with them and it could be a sold out show and they could get so much love and I won't get that much. And I'm like, okay. And then, you know, you start noticing after 3, 4 shows, like, okay, this is not my fan base.
yeah.
Our sounds are too different. They like his sound, not mine. Okay, I'm gonna go do other shows on a different way.
Right.
It's nothing to get mad about, and that's a big deal. I think a lot of artists get mad, and that hurts their feelings. And
You know, it's that whole crawling out of that hole and being part of a bigger scene. You know, the music scene in every genre, dude. You got so many obstacles to climb through. Unless you get some kind of lucky and some kind of recognition from somebody, you got to climb through lopes. Climb.
Yeah.
Climb. Oh,
Climb that motherfucking
golly,
ladder.
it did not come out for me on that.
I don't know where.
Got
you are.
obstacles to climb over. There we go.
Okay.
right,
All right.
and it's just you got to have the right attitude about it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get in your feelings about it and turn around and want to quit every time something bad happens, then you just need to stop in the first place.
I ain't told you how many times I done fired myself off Monday Love.
Hey, look, I've been there, and I'm not gonna lie. Some days I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm done with it. I don't want to do this anymore. And then I think about it, and everybody around me is like, dude, you know how you feel when you get on that stage. And I'm like, you're right. I got this. But there are too many people that like really, really get down on themselves. And I'm like, you just aren't in front of the right people. You're not in front of the right people.
Yeah. You got to be in your target.
Right. And like I said, when you're trying to find your target audience, it's hard, but it's not if you know how to work it. So like I said, if I go do a sold out show, I don't care if only one person like me. Cool. That's who I'm talking to.
That's one more fan.
One person more that liked me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But that's what helps you find your target audience. Figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's too many tools anymore online with your Spotify and your Apple Music. Those things are tools that artists sometimes don't realize are helpful because they literally bust down your algorithm of who's listening, their age range, if they're male or female. It basically tells you who your fan base is. Yeah. And, you know, if your fan base is 25 to 30 some year olds, 35 year olds, and you're out here doing shows for 18 and 19 year olds, you're probably not
your mark.
Thing you want.
Right.
Yeah. But see, also something that you can utilize the social media for is literally business owners and artists alike. Literally, you can talk to people around the world.
Right.
You know, right from the comfort of wherever you are.
Exactly.
So utilize that as a business tool. They're like, oh, it's too much drama. I'm like, only if you let your family and your friends in on shit.
It's only drama if you let it be drama.
Exactly.
Well, and I mean, and nowadays that's something like, if you're going to be putting yourself on social media, knowing there's going to be a troll that's going to talk shit about your shit, no matter how good you feel
absolutely.
it is. There's just people that's just unhappy that's going to sit and talk shit about something just because they feel like their voice needs to be heard in some form or manner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the best thing is I love the trolls, by the way. I love them because a lot of trolls are people that don't even dislike you. They just do it for fun.
Yeah.
So I troll back. I don't even get mad. I just troll back.
Yeah.
And you got to have that mindset.
It's fun to me too. Like, because that's another thing I try to tell these artists is, unfortunately, in the way the internet works now, you guys watch TikTok and all that stuff. The people that go viral the most are the people that are not good.
Yes.
Because people are talking shit about them. And I'm like, let them talk shit about you. Your haters are your biggest supporters if you really look at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if somebody doesn't like you, they're going to be like, hey, look at this trash artist right here. They're still sharing it. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the play. I'm still getting mine from it.
Right, exactly. So that rolls us right into NFG. What's that mean?
NFG stands for no fucks given. And the three people that are on this label is exactly that. You talk shit, we talk shit. You want to get brick, we get brick right back. We don't care. And it doesn't hurt our feelings. It's not going to change our daily life. I don't go home at night and cry and get upset about it. I'm like, somebody runs their mouth. Okay, cool. I've had other artists that are like, oh, you're trash, da da da. And I'm like, well, when you get the same amount of followers as me, you can actually talk to me, go about your day. That doesn't hurt my feelings. I talk shit right back. I don't let it affect me. I don't get my feelings hurt. You can't. But we are the embodiment of our label. Like, we really, really just don't care. If you don't like us, cool. If you don't want to go about your day, like most people are like, oh, if you don't like what I say, scroll past it. No, go ahead and leave a comment. You're still watching me. You're still following.
Yeah. It's still attention.
It's still attention. All press is good press. I don't care what nobody's.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that somebody's going to watch this podcast and be like, oh, that dude's whack. I bet he's trash. He's fake. Okay. If you think so, my people that I put myself around think I'm real and I'm honest and I'm a cool motherfucker. And that's all I care about.
Exactly. That's what's up.
Matters, dude.
You have to surround yourself with like-minded people and yes.
Be around people that bring you up and not hold you back.
Look, my circle is so small, like so small. Like I don't even talk to myself anymore.
I don't. Yeah, I have a small straight line.
I've had that conversation with other people. Like, I cut family off. If I don't want to be around it, I don't care if you're family. I don't care who you are. I don't care if we grew up together. I will cut you off if I don't want you around me. If your energy is off from mine, stay away.
That and exactly. And if you can't match energy, then yeah, you can't be.
Nah, because I'm on a mission and ain't nobody stopping me.
He's on a mission from God. God, you hear that? No,
We won't get into that, but nah, I'm on a mission from me.
Hey, listen,
that's Bull Davis, NFG. What's good?
Quick shout out to Kayla, Liston, Little John, Deanne Anderson. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming on the show this evening. Thanks
people coming in. That's what's up. That's my people in there.
Let's see. What's up, y'all?
Hey, Kottyn. It's Kottyn. Where did that start? It's Kottyn.
You know what? Like, so I was given the name Kottyn in high school. Of course, I went through a few different names before that one stuck. So Kottyn came about when I used to battle at school and stuff, and nobody had heard me rap but like one or two people. And I used to do beats on the tables at lunch and stuff, like old school, just knocking beats on the table. And my boy and another dude were battling at lunch, and the other dude started dissing me, and my boy looked at me and he was like, just get him, dude, just get him. we know you can, just do it. So when I did it, everybody's jaw just dropped. Originally, it was Cottonmouth because he said everybody shut up when I rap. And I was like, that's cool. And then, you know, I was like, you know, Cottonmouth Kings and this and that. I'm like, I don't want to bump that. So I shortened it, changed the spelling, and it's been Kottyn ever since. And then the It's Kottyn came from, you know, I'm a fan of music. So, you know, I would hear different artists scream their name in a certain way as their tag before their verse or after their verse. So I was like, you know, I did this song and it's older now, probably about 8 years ago. And the song was called Who Is That? And when I came in, I was like, it's Kottyn. And ever since, that's been my tag. Like, you know, Petey Pablo used to have that, who am I? Petey Pie, motherfucker. It just rolled, and I've been using it ever since.
That's what's up. I love it. I love it. So how, you know, let me switch it up. Something we used to always ask. Most embarrassing moment at a show or venue.
Most embarrassing moment at a show or venue. Luckily, I've never fallen off stage. Actually, more recently, I did a show with Rich Regal in Ohio. I was a little tipsy. I never fell off the stage, but I always try to get off the stage to be out with the fans. I tripped getting back up on the stage. Luckily, we kind of played it off because, you know, I was doing the song White Boy Wasted right before that. So actually, it was myself and Doris Ann. And I do hype for her when she does her sets. And she was like, dang, you really are White Boy Wasted. So we just made a joke out of it and played it off like it was whatever. But most embarrassing, yeah, probably that, honestly. Falling onto stage, not falling off the stage.
That don't happen too often. That's a good one.
You don't hear about that one. That's a good one.
You know, I don't fall down the steps. I fall up them. Gravity is like.
Hey, at least you roll with it. You know what? Here's the thing. You know, I've seen big artists mess up. Oh my God! What was the lead singer of Velvet Revolver? It was back when he was really slow. He was really drugged out. Dude, he went to jump on a stage speaker and ran so hard into it. Now we're at a place like big music venue, and this dude ran so hard in the stage speakers. This is a huge music venue, and he hit it so hard the whole thing moved. And there's like 10 speakers stacked, dude. Like he hit it hard. So he was so messed up that he did it was bad, but he kept on rolling. I was like, man, dude, so drugged out. You knocked over almost like 10 grand in speakers.
Now, see, I had a moment at a show, actually 2009. I was doing shows with Haystack on the Certified White Boy tour. And it was me and my old team back then. And we were in Cincinnati at one of the bigger venues, and their corner stage speakers were stacked almost like steps. And we had been drinking, smoking, whatever. We were turning up. And I went to run up the speakers like they were steps, and I was going to stand on top of the speaker. Well, the top speaker fell while I was on it. Luckily, I landed in the crowd and crowd surfed. The only and one time I ever crowd, so it kind of played itself great. It wasn't embarrassing. It looked really fucking cool, but it was an accident.
That's awesome, though.
Lisa's got saved. Hey, what's up, Got Drop Jones? Hey, we got a question to ask you. Ask you about the lead ass mobile.
I eat ass mobile.
I eat ass mobile. Fucking drop.
Now we gotta know. It's out there.
So I bought my car from one of my best friends who's like a big brother to me, and right before I bought it, he slaps a bumper sticker on it that says, I eat ass. I just never took it off. So I was actually just in Colorado for a week for the Chris Webby festival, and I let Got Drop borrow my damn car for the week, and he was like, "Man, I gotta go to work in this thing every day," and I'm like, "Yeah, bro," and so he dubbed it the I Eat Ass Mobile.
That's what's up.
That's funny as shit.
what's up.
What's up, Tabitha? I can't say that. Sorry about that.
Hi, Tabby. That's my girl right there.
That's what she said. That's my boo. Said just blame it on the fireball. Kayla did.
No Fireball. Jack Daniels.
Woo.
Oh.
Ooh, both of them. Woo. We've had, you know what's funny though? We've had a lot of embarrassing moments that it was usually associated with Fireball.
Yeah.
There was a big run. Like every time we asked, it was kind of like, really? Fireball again? Holy shit.
Yeah.
And it was real big ass crazy shit.
See, I drink Fireball, but not regularly. I'm not a cinnamon fan. Ever since I used to drink bottles of Goldschlager to the face.
No.
In my white boy wasted days, and yeah, they always ended bad.
Listen says, ask him, did he enjoy his nap in Colorado?
What nap? We didn't sleep in Colorado. We were up till like 4 a.m. every day and up at like 8 a.m. every day.
Woo!
That's crazy.
I can't even do that anymore. I'd be in like recovery. I might have to go to ER.
Look,
I can't get up.
We spent a week in Colorado. We went to the concert out there. That festival concert was amazing, by the way.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, like big shout outs to Kasky, Doobie, Echo. That's the first time I've ever seen Echo, and dude's performance is amazing.
Doobie's a good show too.
Oh yeah, Doobie's dope. We'll get into some things about Kasky here shortly.
Okay.
And but no, like Echo literally walked out, and instead of crowd surfing, literally had them hold him up, and he was standing on the crowd while he was performing.
That's crazy.
Like, I've never seen that. That was really dope to me. As an artist, I study other artists. Like, okay, what the hell do you do different to get the? I'm like, I ain't never seen nobody do that shit. So that's dope. I'm not doing it. My knees don't work that way anymore. So I'm gonna fall on people. But no, like, so we spent the week in Colorado. Me and Liston barely got any sleep. Thanks, Tabby. Love you. So I get back and I go back to work, and every day last week, that weekend, I was late to work every day. I was so tired. Like, I didn't care. I'm like, I gotta sleep. I don't give a shit about this job right now. It was just trying to catch up. And I finally just got back in my zone of being up early and working long days again.
It's hard. It's very hard.
So, you got any shows coming up? Any sessions or tracks you want to talk about?
Yes. So right now I'm working on a lot of features. Shout out to Melody K for hitting me up with the features with Chris Calico, Bollock, Got Drop. We got work coming. Me and Liston, aka Bull Davis, got some stuff in the works to bring you from NFG. Okay. Still working on the album right now. I ran into some issues with that, but waiting on God Drop Jones to get out of the hospital. So when he's better, we're gonna be cooking. Man. We're gonna do some studio lockdowns, like big time, and get these visuals together and everything. As far as shows, this Friday night, I'm opening in Louisville for Cut Calhoun and Stevie Stone. That show is at WWME Music Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. I do have a few tickets left. As far as I know, that show is almost sold out.
Make sure you guys get a hold of Kottyn for that show. Get some tickets.
Get at me for them tickets. And then, so that is this Friday, the 21st. Like I said, we were going to get into some things about Kasky. I'm announcing this for the first time, even though the flyer is out there.
Monday loves
We're going to drop this exclusively the first time here. I am starting August 4th through the 9th. I will be on tour with Kasky.
Right on.
That's
Hell
what's
yeah.
up. Hell yeah.
What's the cities you guys hitting?
So we are August 4th, we are in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The 5th, we are it's in Iowa. I can't remember the city right now. Tabby, I know you're on here. I know you remember what city it's in. But yeah, we're from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Iowa, and then we are in Superior, Wisconsin.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Cedar Rapids.
And then we're going over to Superior, Wisconsin, and then we are over to Buffalo, New York.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, that's a nice run.
New York, you know, some good shows.
So that's the August 4th through the 9th. So we are back and forth all over for a few days. And then August 18th, Columbus, Indiana, I'm opening for Blind Fury.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about that. I hit up the promoter. He sounds to be a piece of shit. Good luck on that one.
Yeah, I don't know him that well. I've done one show because he's an artist as well. I've done one show with him prior. I actually got hit up to do a few shows with Blind Fury, but like I said, you got to pick and choose. So I picked the Columbus, Indiana show, mostly because my homegirl Melody K is also opening that show. So we're gonna go tear that show up big time.
Hell yeah.
When did you say that show is?
August 18th. And it's also, y'all need to come turn up with us. That's my girl's birthday. We're going to turn up real big at that show.
Okay.
Columbus, Indiana, Kottyn, Blind Fury. Is Dorsey going to be there?
No.
Okay. I didn't know. I
ain't talked to her in a long time.
Doris Ann is currently on a hiatus from music.
Gotcha.
Can't blame her.
Like I said, sometimes
it's rough, man. It's rough. Sometimes you need a breather to pull it back together.
Absolutely.
And nobody's mad at her.
Yeah,
So,
I mean it's rough. It's rough, you know.
Yeah.
It is. It definitely is.
So if you had any artist that you had the opportunity to work for or do a show with or a song with, what artist would that be? And it could be any genre.
Tech Nine, for sure.
Okay. Hell yeah. Why? Why Tech Nine?
So, like, when it comes down to how, you know, he's versatile as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to be the same, but also it wouldn't even be a show if I could sit down and have a conversation with him because his business sense is so top tier. I would want to learn from him on the business end of things, not just the artist side of things. But he's been one of my favorite artists since like the first time I heard him, and it's been 15, 16 years since the first time I heard him.
Yeah.
He's just, you know, he's so versatile. He doesn't give a shit what you think about him. I'm like, oh, we got the same mentality. You know, he's a chopper. I'm a chopper. But the versatility is there. And I think if we ever had the chance to work together, for sure. I always said that if I ever was to sign to a label, Strange Music would be the one.
Okay. Hell yeah.
I was Chris's gear advisor.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were a couple big gear advisor for a couple big artists.
Yeah.
That tripped me out.
Yeah.
So, what?
Huh?
When?
I really thought you were.
I thought you were about to ask a question. I'd shut up.
What is your writing process?
Oh, God. If anybody knows my writing process, it's Doris. And people think I'm weird because my writing process is very weird. So literally, like, because I started off as a producer when it came to hip hop, I have an ear for a beat. So like I can listen to a beat once and not listen to it again and write to that beat.
That's awesome.
But usually I don't just initially write. Of course, I got to have that feeling that just like I want to rap right now, or else I won't write to it at all.
Right.
But so when I listen to a beat, if I'm listening to beats or I have listened to the beat that I'm working on, first thing I do is find my cadence, like the flow I want to use to it without any words at all. You know, like, so if it's a faster beat and I feel like I'm going to chop and I'll be like, like in my head, I'm counting how I'm going to rap to that beat. And then I start filling it in. But it's really weird. Like most of the time I don't write just a verse. I start just writing bars and then I rearrange them afterwards to make them fit better. Most of the time, like I try to write the hook first and it ends up being a verse, or I'll go to write the verse and it ends up being a hook, or it's chaotic.
It's chaos.
I pace around back and forth, you know, it's just
That's
just
good
the way
cardio. I've heard somebody writes when they're walking on the treadmill.
Well, see, not just I don't write. A thing we used to do was the cardio thing is smart, and like so. Also, when I write, I picture how I would perform it on stage.
Yeah.
I also picture what the music video would look like. If I can't picture those two things, that's not a song for me. I'm not gonna finish it. Or it's like a side. It's like a B-side track where I'm gonna record it, but it's not single. It's not a single. I just needed to get it off my chest, you know.
Tabitha said it's complete chaos. I promise.
She knows for a fact it's chaos. But the cardio thing is dope for your performance game. If you write a song, go for a jog and perform it, rap it out loud while you're jogging. Because then when you're on stage, you're not going to get out of breath. You're not going to.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're chopping, because chopping is not everybody can do it. A lot of people do it now, which is why I stopped doing it as much, because it's like the typical white boy thing to do now. It's like, hey, I can rap fast. And I'm like, hey, I don't want to do it anymore. So
what takes away from it?
So what I do is, like, you see a lot of artists that like they'll chop a whole verse. What I'll do is I'll get into my verse, and then somewhere in that verse I'll chop and then take it back to the slower tempo, just to be like, hey, yeah, I did that, and then just be on my way.
Right on. And it's got to fit too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're throwing in stuff that don't fit, you know, people are like, whoa.
I can't. That's a thing I can't stand with a lot of artists these days.
And they'll do it, especially live. If they haven't practiced their stuff, they'll get all tongue-tied and shit'll be all slurred and the timing will be off. And man, this is dope. No, I hear what you were doing, but that timing is whoa.
Yeah,
breath control is everything, and you know, I've even helped some artists learn how to chop a little bit. And I tell them it's all about breath control. It's how you do the song. Like if you're rapping kind of fast and you want to speed it up, pay attention to Tech 9. A lot of times if you listen to him, he'll have an ad lib right before he starts chopping. That's where he takes his breath on stage. You hear the ad lib, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and then
exactly.
he starts chopping because he just took that breath. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I got you.
And then it gets your timing right. You just got to remember where your ad libs are. If you don't remember your timing on your songs, don't perform them.
Yes.
Like,
Especially if you're doing karaoke.
I hate it because a lot of people, like, there are certain songs that people, like, I have out that people love. And I'm like, I hate performing that song because performance-wise, I don't have, it's not so much the timing, it's the breath control on the song. Yeah. And I'd rather not perform a song than look stupid when I fumble the words real bad.
Right.
So.
Well, that's key. I mean, it really is. is being able to, for a vocalist, a rapper, or opera singer, that one of the key components to any of that is that breath control. And it takes practice. It takes, you got to know your timing. I got to take a deep breath here, a short breath here, hit that timing right to make it fluid.
Yeah. And I'm like, until recently, I've been like a 2-pack a day smoker. So,
that'll get you, dude.
And I smoke a cigarette right before I get on stage, and I go up there and I'll hit my chops and knock that shit out because I know what I'm doing. The songs I perform, unless I'll even tell the crowd like, hey, this is my first time performing this. So if I mess up a little bit, just bear with me. I want to see if y'all like it enough, because as an artist, that's another thing you have to do. If you start performing a song and you start noticing people aren't rocking with it, people are leaving to go out. I call certain artists smoking artists. Like, I try to rock with every artist I hear. I'll give you 2 songs on your set. If I'm not really rocking with you, I'm going to show love. I'm going to dap you up. I'm going to stand there for 2 songs. But if I'm not really feeling it, I go outside and smoke a cigarette. But if you're the artist on stage and you see people walking out during your certain songs, don't get mad. I've seen artists yell and throw fits because people are leaving.
You can't do that. No,
keep it professional. Finish the song. Move on to the next one. Take that song out of your set list.
Absolutely. Hey, we're getting close on our time, man. I want to make sure. Oh, Calvin Weaver, big shout out. Hope you're doing well, brother.
Yeah.
If any last minute shout outs, your plugs, anything you want to say?
Shout out to y'all for having me.
Right on, man.
Thank you.
We appreciate
I shouted out a lot of everybody else already a couple times, so they know it's all love. I forgot y'all. You know I love you for real. I'm sure I'll get some people messaging me like, you forgot about me. And forget about you.
Well, hey, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show. Go ahead and stay on the side, as
hang
we
out
pull
with
you off
us.
stage, and we'll close up, and then we'll come back and finish up behind the scenes. So, dude, again, thank you so much for taking your Monday evening and sharing your tale with us. We definitely appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, brother. Take care, man.
Peace.
Good
dude. Good dude, man.
Very good show. Yeah.
Wow, man. But we are at that time of the show. We love to hate the end of the show. No. No, seriously. Big shout out to the Angified team. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. You guys got to make sure you check out all Angified Presents items. If you watch at the end of the show, you'll see all of our shows on the whole network. That's all throughout the week. All the graphics, all the logos, all the extra stuff, and shirts are in production now. Get a hold of me, Joe Kemp, here at JK Multimedia Productions, and figure out how we can tell your tale from anything from websites, t-shirts, logo designs, motion graphics, everything. So, and be looking out. Yeah. And then Miranda Monday, Hunter, Stalker, Moose Hunter. No.
Moose Hunter.
Looking for those moose knuckles. Mm-hmm. Oh. No, seriously. Consulting, networking, reaching out, get a hold of Miranda. If there's a group you'd like for us to interview, get a hold of us and see what we can do. If you're looking like, hey, I really like this group, I'd love to see if you guys get a hold of them. Hey, we'll see what we can do. We network with a lot of managers and touring agents and never know, what could happen. So, but
absolutely. You all have hated a Monday once or twice in your day.
So let Monday love you. See you guys. And it's not there. And we look weird. Why ain't it there?
Why did you take it away?
I don't know. Now we're just sitting here looking fun. We love you guys. Peace out. Ah!